before we start anything, I don't know where Jill went. She's left. Oh no, she's coming back.
Just check that the gate is closed up there.
Oh, okay. Does anyone?
Guys, have you got?
Oh no, the
Yeah,
upstairs
I mean,
one.
the one upstairs.
Upstairs.
So Joy does come down and join the class.
Oh, she can join the class.
Come in. Do you like it?
We've got a couple of mats spare today.
Yeah, that's right.
Before we start, has anyone got anything that they need? This one. Yeah, you need.
No, it's just good. It's just soft tissue.
Yeah.
That must have been a big bruise.
I will show you.
Beauty.
Oh
I will
yes.
show you.
Yes. I don't know if I've seen a bigger bruise.
Well, my daughter-in-law had the same problem with her e-bike, and she got a huge bruise in her thigh from it falling.
I fell on the asphalt
did you?
outside Parliament House because John, in his wisdom, decided we were going to go e-biking, which I managed. But I don't ride bikes well because I'm short.
Yeah.
That was right down, and they're heavy. And to touch the floor,
Yes.
I was on my toes to touch. Anyway, I lost balance, it tumbled. I fell, the bike landed on top, the battery landed there. There, and I'll show you later.
Yeah, keep going or no? Would you just say? Yeah. Did you get on the bike again?
I did, but not. But we're at the end of the day, so
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
Not nice.
When people tell you stories like that, doesn't it take you back to a time when there was another bike accident?
We went over the handlebars.
Yeah. And I can remember this time in Japan. We'd only been there a few weeks, and I was, because I had three brothers, I was really good at riding bikes, and we had these bikes, and I went up a gutter and I lifted the front of the bike and went up on the gutter, and then I heard this scream behind me. And Tiffany had tried to do it, but she didn't lift the wheel, so she went over the handlebars. And it was not good. And I just turned around and I said, "Are you all right?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Get on your bike and let's go." And I made her ride home. I wouldn't have if she didn't get up, but she got up. Anyway, we rode home and we got there, and she had a few bumps and bruises and stuff like that on her. We had to, because we'd been told by a supervisor, Tamayama-san, who was the safety driver, he told us if anything happened, we had to call him. So we called him and told him what had happened. Oh my God, the whole of the township was in uproar. Tiffany got taken to hospital. She was there for 24 hours under, observation. They gave her a drip, for God's sake. Oh, it was just a whole big thing. So when you were talking about that, I just went straight back to this little town in Japan. Yeah. So besides Maria's soft tissue damage, do we need anything? Nothing in particular? Okay, there's a couple of things. We've got at 11:23 this morning, we have a new moon coming in, which is very exciting energy. There's a big shift because we're coming right to the very end of a cycle, and after 11:23 a.m. this morning, we have some brand new energies coming in, particularly Saturday, solstice, start of Aries time. So anyway, just kind of noticing what's happening for you right now, what you're going through, and maybe what's happening over the weekend. Could be really interesting to be aware of. Could potentially have something to do with mothering, Mother Earth, our relationships with our mother, the things we took on from our mother. It's an interesting time. And because we've got that balance between letting go, which we're moving into autumn. Autumn's all about letting go of what we don't need to carry forward. But in the northern hemisphere, moving into spring. So it's that yin and yang. It's finding a nice balance. So today, let's find a nice balance in our practice. We are going to do a bit of foot stuff. We're going to use a strap And we're going to use it fairly well straight away. So we're going to tie a little loop, so a small one, so that our foot can fit into that loop. You can tighten it up as we go. Is there anything else I needed to? The only other thing I was going to say, we're going to start laying on our backs with a mudra. And the mudra is the Shakti mudra. So I just want to show it to you before we go down. So it's the pinky and the ring finger together, and then the knees of the index and the middle fingers together, and then the thumb tips together. Shakti mudra. Yeah. And this mudra is designed to increase respiration. So we're gonna put it on our tummy and feel our breath low in the belly. You don't do this is a good one for sleep, actually. It's a bit of a weird one to hold when you're going to sleep, but this can induce feelings of calm. But if you do it during the day, you might not get much done. So maybe don't hold it for too long. Okay, so let's go down onto our backs, and maybe you want to put the bolster underneath your knees. You certainly can do so. That might be a really nice way to start our practice. Have your looped belt close by. And just take a moment to imagine that we're going to be here for an extended period of time, which we're not, but we're just going to relax like we are. So lay your Shakti mudra wherever it feels comfortable. It might be on the solar plexus, it might be further down. Don't worry too much about holding the shape rigidly. Soften through the neck and the shoulders, the face and the brain. And if you need a little something under your head, maybe pop your cushion underneath. And then as your body rests down, feel into the flow of your breath. No need to control it. The mudra will do that for you. It'll start to expand the breath and really combine the energies of the lower and the middle dantian to support our practice today. Relax your elbows down, your upper arms down, the back of your head down, your buttocks, your heels, the backs of your knees. And come into the center of all things. Feel the soft, smooth flow of your breath. As you exhale, sense a deep let it go, a molding into the ground, into the mother of all mothers, mother of the Gaia. As you inhale, sense a very gentle expansion, almost like an opening to the next steps. And we're feeling our way here, feeling into what is true, what is most true for us right now. Few more breaths, just feeling into your center point. Letting go as much as you possibly can without overdoing it. Inhaling, expanding into what is true, without over-efforting. And somewhere in between, in those little pauses between the breaths, find the middle way. The easeful way of being. That is right in the middle of all things. What is most important right at this moment in time? What is standing out as your truth, as your intention? Good, and then release the mudra and just lay your hands one on top of the other on your belly. Stay connected to the ground through the elbows. And let the breath take care of itself and just feel that rise and fall with your hands. We have a point on the palm of each hand. It's the 8th point on the pericardium line called the Lao Gong. Center of each palm. And Lao translates as labor. And Gong means palace. So feel the Lao Gong point going to work on your abdomen, your belly button, and start to make 3 circles in one direction. So big circles on your belly in one, slow and smooth. 3 circles one way, and then 3 circles back in the opposite direction. So the universal life force energy is going to work. We don't need to over effort here. The work is being done. And then rest those Lao Gong points right on your navel point. Asa, yoga, nasashona. So now we come here to this practice of yoga. So take a deep breath in here through both of your nostrils and exhale out of your mouth. And just start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wriggle your fingers and your toes and just start to drag your feet up and land your feet on the ground, heels just beyond the bolster, if that is the case for you, if you have got the bolster there. Keep your feet on the floor here and just notice your toes, your big toes, your little toes. And to begin with in our practice today, we're going to work with the feet. We're going to work really gently. So most of us aren't used to working really gently. We want to go hard. We've been taught, do the hard work, go hard or go home. So from here, keep without too much effort, keep the last 4 toes down and lift your big toe just a teensy bit, just a teens. And in that teensy lift, notice where in each of your feet is efforting. Little tiny lift. Notice what that creates in terms of tension or tightness in either foot, one foot or the other. And then lower the big toe down. Keep the big toe down without much effort. And then start to lift the other toes. And again, notice what happens. Little lift. And then lay those 4 toes down. And then one more time, again, try to really under effort here. Press the 4 toes down, lift your big toes ever so gently, ever so lightly. Lower down. Big toes down, other 4 toes lift, chin. Maybe try spreading them slightly. Noticing what's happening up the legs, into the knees, into the hips, into the belly, into the brain. And then lower the toes down and let the whole sole of your foot soften into ground. Great. Okay, so from here, maybe you want to open your eyes if they're not already open. Lift your right foot up and have a look at your right foot and your right knee. We're going to do some moving with our right foot now. No hands, no strap. And it's going to be a small movement. It's not a big movement. So pull your toes a little bit towards your nose. Keep the foot soft. And then just a little bit, point the toes away. Not so much that you're going to the end range of movement. Just try a little point. Notice what the foot does. It's got these habitual patterns that it wants to move into. But we're going to be really gentle. Pull the toes back towards the nose. Again, don't go to your end point. Don't go to that point where things start to tense up and then point away. It's little. It's a little movement. It's not massive. Slight stretch. One more time. Pull the toes towards the nose. And then point away. Good. And then bring the foot back to neutral and pop the foot down on the ground. And as you pop that right foot down, let your whole entire right side body relax from the bottom all the way to the top. Let's try the left side. So pick up your left foot, have a look at it. Before we do any moving, we're just looking at our left foot, noticing if it looks a bit different, if it feels a bit different. And then try the opposite way. So this time we're going to point without too much effort. And then pull the toes back, not going to the end range. Point. And flex, pulling the toes back. There's a lot to be gained here by going really slowly and gently. Point last time pointing without overextending. And then pull the toes back. And then release into the middle point. Soften the foot, let it relax. And then lower the foot down. Let your left foot land on the ground and feel the whole left side of the body relax. Okay, grab holding your strap. And loop your strap around the ball of your right foot. the buckle can be wherever you like. And draw your hands down so that the strap is in your right hand, the tail is in your left hand. So now we're going to hold a little bit of resistance here. So the length of the strap going towards your right hand, it's a little bit tight. We're just going to resist a bit. So let's try here the opposite way. So for the right side, so we're going to point and just work against the resistance, but don't try too hard. Notice what that feels like. Notice what muscles are working. Relax the back of the body down. And now start to pull the toes toward the nose and just pull a little bit with the strap. You might notice at the back of the knee a little bit. Point. Pull just a little bit. And flex. One more time, point. And flex. And then come to a middle point and relax your whole body here and then unhook your strap. And just let your right foot lower down to ground. Feel it touch the ground. And then let go through the whole right side of the body. Notice what's happening there. So it really makes sense that we really need to focus on our feet, especially today when it's all about the earth and the Mother Earth. Let's take the strap and loop it around the left ball and feel the strap in your left hand this time. Lower the strap down. Hold the tail and just get a little bit of tautness through the strap. Soften the knee a little bit. And now we're going to go opposite on this foot. So just before we start, notice your right foot and how it's sitting on the ground. Good. Relax the upper body. Pull the toes toward the nose. And pull the strap just a bit. Point. Not so much that we're overextending. Toes to nose. Maybe feeling it through the calf, the shin point. Don't go to your end range of movement yet. We're going to go there shortly. Pull, toes to nose. And then last one, point. And then come back to middle and feel the pause. This is such great work for our nervous system. And then unhook the strap and just let that left foot land and notice the feeling of the landing. And you can put the strap off at the side. Notice both feet. Notice both feet here. Right and left and right. Maybe one standing out a little bit more in your awareness. Okay, we're going to go back to the right now, and now we're going to feel into full range of movement, but always erring on the side of caution, so not pushing too far. Take a moment here to flatten the lower back into the ground, and then lift your right foot up to the sky with a bend in the knee. Hold on behind the thigh with your fingers interlocked. Soft shoulders, soft neck. Pull your toes toward your nose and lengthen the necks of your toes so that you can kind of feel them reaching towards your nose and the whole sole of the foot is flaring. Now keep your foot like that and start to angle it back into the opposite position, but keep your toes angling back towards your nose. Keep them angling back. So the whole foot, the whole sole of the foot is flared. Now curl your toes under towards the sole of your foot. Point your toes away. Now, if you do this a little too strenuously, excuse me, you might feel a little bit of cramping. So err on the side of caution. Toes are pointed away. Pull your toes back towards your nose. Good. And start to flare as you get back. And start to roll back and forth in this movement. It's like a wave. It's like you're rolling the wave of your foot. Pulling back and forth. Flaring to extend the toes. And then rounding all the way back. Couple more. Notice how your lower leg might feel like it's labouring. One more. Good. And then bring your knee into your chest and bounce. Just give a little bounce. Bring the sole of your left foot onto the bolster, if it's there. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Excuse me. Just stay here for a second. Let your foot, your hip, your knee adjust. And then maybe lift the left foot up. And if you want to, thread the needle. Couple of breaths here with a really soft foot in line with your right knee. Encourage your upper back and your neck, your shoulders to soften. Notice the right hip and give a little bit of a sway from side to side, just a tiny sway. Great, come back to centre. Release the left foot down, uncross, and lay your feet down onto the ground. Just take a moment here to let the body land, let any tension release out of the feet, soften through the shoulders, the face. Bless you. And then lift your left foot up. Interlock your fingers behind and make sure your left knee is bent. So from here, pull your toes towards your nose and flare your toes. Flare them, spread them, curl them back. And then keep them like that and start to push the ball joint of your foot away. And once it's at that furthest point away, curl your toes under. Be mindful here of tension and tightness in your left foot. Keep your toes like that and start to pull the foot back. Once it's come all the way back, as far as it can go, extend your toes and flare. And ride the wave again. So ride the wave of your foot. And go slowly. This is not about how many repetitions we can do. It's about how slowly and smoothly we can move. Just a few more of these. Last one. And relax that. And then start to release. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And just let your foot sit there for a second. And then when you're ready, start to lift the right foot up. You can stay here or you could thread the needle if you want to. You don't have to. Notice the left hip, left knee, left foot. Relax, relax. And then maybe give a little tiny rock from side to side. So it doesn't need to be massive. We're just kind of shearing across muscle fibre, particularly up around the hip and the glute and into the lower back. So we know that we've got lots and lots of nerves that run through the leg, the hip, the pelvis, down into the feet and back up. So this is releasing that tightness and tension. Right. Excellent. Uncross, excuse me, keep the knees into the chest and give a little bit of a bounce. Right. And then from here, maybe move that bolster out of the way, just pop it off to the side and start to rock forward and back. So not a big, not a big rock, just a little rock forward and back, maybe rocking and rolling all the way up. And if not, go to the side. Maybe have a little play with the rock. And then when you're ready, come on up and sit either on your blanket or on your bolster or on both. Cross your legs if that feels okay. Bring the hands into the heart. Inhale, interlock your fingers, let your elbows rise. And then exhale, push the palms away and draw your navel to your spine. Inhale, let your arms rise all the way up. And then exhale, let your right hand release down to ground and let your left palm turn down above your right palm. Just stay here for a moment, maybe looking down, maybe looking to the horizon. Couple of breaths. Good. Inhale, come to center and just for a moment fold your fingertips onto the tops of your palms and extend your thumbs. Just close your eyes for one deep breath here. This is Ego Eradicator. As you exhale, slowly glide to the other side. So left palm down, right palm facing down on top of the left. Inhale and exhale here. Good. Inhale, glide all the way up. One more little Ego Eradicator. One breath. And then exhale, let go of the mudra and float your hands down. So it's like we're riding on the wind, and we're just going to do this a couple of times. Just if your eyes can be closed, that's great. Just inhaling and ride the wave, lifting the hands, arms to about shoulder height. Exhale down. One more. As you exhale this time, bring your hands to rest on your belly. Just hold them there for a moment. So we're just resting our hands on the belly. Feel the belly, feel the breath. Soften the back of the neck, soften the hip joints, soften the knees. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So now inhale, open your eyelids and lift both arms up and then swivel to the left. So we're just swiveling to the left and we're going to be like on a bit of a diagonal here. So we've got this diagonal twisting movement. This is for the neck, the head, the shoulders, the spinal column, the hips. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come to center and have your right palm face up in front of your belly and your left hand on top. Inhale in. And then exhale, push your left palm down onto your right and press both hands into your right thigh and turn your head to the left. Stay here for a breath or two. Press down with your hands. So press down and look over to the left. And now keep the hands right where they are and look slightly up. So lift your chin slightly. Inhale in. And as you exhale, close your eyes and bring your hands to rest on your belly again. So your palms are facing in. We're bringing the middle and the lower dantian induced together. Inhale and exhale. Soften everything. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, swivel and open your eyes and turn to the right. Inhaling and exhaling, turning and twisting moderately. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, nice and slowly bring the hands back to center. We've got left palm face up, right palm face down. So this is a symbol of like holding a ball, symbol of harmony. Inhale here, and then exhale, press both of the palms together. This time, press your hands into your left thigh, left inner thigh, and turn your head to the right. Press down. Turning the head, and then slightly look up. Great. Inhale here. As you exhale, close your eyes, bring your hands onto your belly, and pause. Just feeling tension and tightness release out of the body. Take a deep breath in through both of your nostrils and exhale out of your mouth. Great. Let's open our eyes and let's bring our blanket underneath our knees. So we're going to come into a little Anjayasana. Excuse me. And we're going to keep the right knee down and take the left foot forward. Coming into that square shape. Inhale and lift both arms up. And then exhale, take your left forearm onto your left thigh and lean over to the left and look down and just feel that whole right side of the body, right hip, right side waist, right side belly. So it might be that right ascending colon. Taking a couple of deep breaths, noticing the soles of the feet, noticing the turn of the neck. Great. Inhale all the way up, lifting left arm all the way up. And then exhale, start to draw back just a little. So we're leaning back, we're straightening that left leg. Length through that left leg, right from the glute, all the way to the Achilles, the heel. And then glide up and lower the hands down. Try the other side. So left knee down, right foot forward. Take a moment to get real steady. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, right forearm down, lean over to the right. And feel it through the left side. So you can kind of feel and sense we're growing from the ground up here. Inhaling and exhaling. Sensing and releasing tightness and tension through the left side. Sensing and feeling into left side colon, so descending, that letting go. Inhale, release the arms all the way up. And then exhale, lean back. So you could lean back a little or you could lean back a lot. And feel like you're kind of reaching out, extending, extending. Good. And then roll forward onto that right foot, finger pads on the ground. Lift up your back knee. Extend. And then jump forward with that left foot. Inhale up halfway. And then exhale, slide your hands down the back of the legs. And draw yourself in towards your legs, towards your knees. Take a couple of breaths here in the forward fold, dangling out of the hips, noticing your toes, noticing toes lifting, toes lower. And maybe even taking your hands for a moment underneath your feet and stepping on your hands. With your knees bent or not. Good. One step off your feet. And then bend your knees quite deeply and start to roll up through your spine. Now we're going to do this a couple of times here because we're really going to lubricate the spinal column. As you come up to your full height, open up the inner ceiling of the arms that will reach to the sky. That's going to be your inhale. Soften your toes, soften your feet. And then exhale and start to round down. Just here, as you roll down through your spine, let go of worrying about the breath. Really kind of close in, round down. Feel the spine articulating. Softening. Reaching for ground. Whole back body stretching and then press into the earth with soft feet. And inhale and roll all the way back up. And then just pause and stand and let everything soften to ground. Just let everything go soft. So noticing gripping, noticing tightness. Sending the body some reassuring messages. Where am I holding? Where could I soften a little more? Okay, so from here, we're going to open our eyes. And I am going to turn and face you, and I'm going to get rid of this blanket. So we're going to take our feet into the horse stance, which is a little bit wider than what we would normally work with. So we're going to go a little bit wider, maybe turning the toes out a little bit. And we're going to do a little bit of a squat here in the horse stance and just notice what that feels like for our hips. Might feel really nice. Good. And then push down, rise up. And turn your toes slightly in. So from here, we're going to throw a ball. We're going to throw a ball with our left hand. we're going to press the palm out. Now, as we do that, we're going to swivel on the ball of our left foot. And we're going to throw the ball however we like, but then we're going to turn the palm face down and bring that hand back and the foot back. So if you need a little bit less, go a little bit less, you just do you. So find a good place for your feet, your legs to be, and then try it on the right side. Throw the ball, swivel on the ball joint of the right foot, and we're kind of throwing it across the body. There's a big extension, a big twist through that right side, and then exhale, lower the palm down and swivel back. And so the inhale, we throw the ball, and then exhale, we bring the ball back. And you catch your own rhythm. And you can even do this little sink at the end, and the opposite hand can kind of fall behind you to kind of increase the twisting motion. Yeah, that's it. So inhale, palm comes down, exhale. And one movement just flows into the other. Now, for these last few, we're going to do 2 more each way. Imagine that you are screwing the ball of your foot into the ground. Screwing it in. Like a corkscrew. Last 2, so 1 more each way. One. Sink. And then lift. Turn the heels in slightly, sink again. And lift. So bring the hands onto the belly here. Again, lao gong. Give yourself a rub 3 times, 1 way. Back in the reverse 3 times in the opposite way. Good. Bring the hands up to about shoulder height, sink. And now draw the bow. So as though to shoot the buzzard. So we're going to go to the right side, create a little L or a back the front L here, and pull that left hand back to about shoulder height. Knees can be as bent as you want them to be. So you decide. Each variation can be different. Inhale, come up straight legs, fold your wings in. And then exhale, try it on the other side. So pull, draw back with the right hand. Look at your L with the left hand. Find the rhythm again. Inhale. Stand up, fold your wings in. Exhale. So finding that middle way is really important in movements like this, because we're teaching ourselves here to find a balance between giving, receiving, effort, and effortlessness. So do I need to go the whole hog, or could I go part way? What's my tendency? It's just in the noticing. 1 more each way, just to play. It's gathering a bit of information. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, draw all the way back. And then exhale, just empty out your arms, your hands and your fingers. Heel toe everything in, and then give a little bit of a bounce. Now, imagine that you're on a little trampoline, and if you need to hold on to your booby doobies, feel free to do so. Sometimes I need to and sometimes I don't. Great. All right. So shaking all that out, taking our feet wide, but not as wide as they were. So this is a qigong that is about a mythical creature called a roc, and it's like ROC, and it's a mythical bird that has wings so wide that they cover the whole entire sky. And they're a bird of prey. They're opportunists, so they kind of spy from a great height, but they also have great capacity. So they're kind of like Durga, the goddess Durga, who's the protector, but she also has great strength. For me, this movement is about asking for what we need, being right in the middle of all of life and just noticing, where do I need some extra support right now? So just take a moment, toes are just slightly turned out, not much. And we're going to start the movement with the ball again. So we're going to be right hand on top, left hand underneath. And we're just taking a moment here to feel lower dantian breathing. Middle dantian expanding. Soften everything down to ground. So notice what it feels through the lower body, feet soften. Again, we're going to do that screwing motion. So inhale. And then as you exhale, take your right hand out to the right, screw the right toes into the ground, bring your left hand kind of behind your head and look through the middle finger of your right hand. As you find an exhale, start to gather the arms in and bring the left hand on top and unscrew that foot. So inhale to open. And then exhale to come back to center. And each time we're going to alternate. So right hand comes on top. Inhale, open. Mythical bird. Exhale, come back to center. Left hand on top. Each time kind of screwing that ball joint into the ground. Exhale, come back to center. One more each way. Inhale. Exhale. Smooth movement. Last one. And then exhale and bring your hands onto your lower dantian. One on top of the other. Just close your eyes for a second. Let all the energy of the practice gather. Let it roar into the belly, into the lowest part of your dantian. Take a moment here to soften the soles of your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet, your ankles, your heels. Soften your buttocks and your knees, your hamstrings and your quads. Let your whole lower body be immersed in Mother Earth. And then take 3 slow, smooth, easy breaths here. Soften and soften again. And let the nourishment of the earth rise up through the soil and merge into the sole of each foot, the kidney one. Great. Inhale your arms up and around you in a big circle. And then shower that light down and through, just kind of washing through. Do that one more time, in your own way. Let it flow, let it flow, let it go. Let your intuition find that perfect sense of balance. Okay, so from here, open your eyes and sense into 3 wishes, 3 new moon wishes. So as we flow through these moon salutations, think about, no, don't think, feel what comes up. 3 wishes you'd like to make. They could be for you, they could be for other people, they could be for peoples, they could be for the planet. Your mind might kick into gear straight away, but really feel what strikes a chord, what really resonates in your body. So 3 wishes. Remember later on today, write them down and plant them into the ground, into the earth. Plant them underneath some soil. Okay, so new moon salutations. Bring now. You might want to face out to the garden, and I'll go with you. I'm just going to stand with you here. For the recording benefit, I'm going to just kick that out of the way. Here we go. So we start with our the inner seam of each foot together. And this is our Tadasana that we're starting Hasta Tadasana. We're going to inhale the arms up and around us in a big circle. And join the palms together. And just lean a little bit over to your right. So I'm not mirroring you here. I'm just going to go with you. Inhale up to center. And then exhale and lean to your left. Gazing out into the world. Inhale all the way up to center. And then exhale, step your feet apart. You could step one foot out. You could step both feet out. And then extend your arms and come into this massive 5-pointed star. So you've got points with your hands, your fingers, points with your feet, and a point with your head. And here, sense a wish coming through. A wish, a prayer, a hope, a dream. Inhale here, and now exhale, bend your elbows, turn your toes out, bend your knees, and exhale your tongue out and down, and your eyes roll up. That's, sorry, did you take a photo then?
I was just out there.
Clever. Extend your arms out in a T. Turn your left toes in, right toes out. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale again. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Lean down onto that right thigh. Inhale all the way back, warrior 2. And then turn the toes in. Reach. 5-pointed star, press out and down and up. And then turn the toes out. Exhale, knees bend, eyes roll up, tongue out.
Sorry, I'm being disruptive.
That's okay.
Distracting.
Extend your arms out. Turn to the left. We need distraction sometimes, don't we? Turn your left toes out, right toes in. Inhale here. Exhale and warrior 2 on this side. Draw back to center and reverse your warrior. So lift that right arm up and over. Take your right hand onto your right thigh. Come back to your warrior two. Lean over, Parsva Konasana. Lift up in your warrior two. Extend, extend, and then turn the toes in. Come into your five-pointed star, inhale here, and then exhale, toes out, eyes up, knees bend.
I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna do it. I couldn't stop myself.
Inhale, extend, and then bring your feet in together. Reach your arms up, lean one way, it doesn't matter which. Little side bend. Lean the other way, side bend to the other side. Inhale a long way up. And now exhale your hands down the midline, brush your third eye. Keep your gaze open and bring your hands into your heart. Now feel your other two wishes. What are they? And just get a little bit of clarity. It might be a word. It might be a someone. It might be a situation. And maybe later today you can write a little bit about it. And then you can plant that in your garden and watch it grow. Just letting the universe decide all of the details. Take a deep breath in through both of your nostrils. And exhale, release your arms down. And just pause and stand for a minute. Sensing and feeling the bamboo in the wind. The bamboo is around your feet. It's gently flowing. And subtle little movement patterns. Okay. So we're going to finish off now with going down onto the ground. Let me see, I've probably forgotten a heap of stuff. Oh no. Oh, actually, we have to do something. Okay, so just before we do anything, just before we go down to do our meditation, when we call Durga in, so you know those three things that you have, those three hopes, wishes, dreams, you might need a little bit of extra help with it. So we call in the goddess Durga, and when we do that, we call her from the four corners of the universe. So we start by turning to the north. So everyone turn to the north, wherever you are. If you're watching, doing this online, so you turn to face the north, and bring your hands together and bow to the north with the intention of calling the goddess in. So call Durga, call Sarasvati, call Lakshmi, call all of the goddesses into our practice, into our new moon wishes. And then slowly unbow, so stand up tall, and then face east. So look out of the doorway, face the east, and then bow to the east with the intention of calling the goddess in. Just call her in for support, for guidance, for help, and then stand up tall. And then turn to the south, to the altar, and bow with the intention of calling that energy in for support. You might even silently say, dear universe, help me with this. I don't know what to do. I'm exasperated right now. Help me with this situation, with this person, with this thing. And then stand up nice and tall. And then slowly turn to the west. And again, bow to the west, calling in the goddess. Come, 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 come and help me. Come and help us. Come and help our planet. And then slowly stand up nice and tall. And then make your way to your mat. And if you want to, lay your blanket down for a little bit of comfort, a little bit of support, particularly under your back. You might want to take your cushion underneath your head. And you might like to have your blocks here. So we're going to do a very, very slight inversion that may go into Shavasana, but it may not. So the blocks will be at the end of the mat. The bolster will be underneath the knees. And your heels are going to rest up. So like I said, it's a very slight inversion. You might like to put your eye pillow over your eyes already, but you don't have to. And then feel your way to a placement of your arms. So traditionally, the Shavasana would be palms face up by the sides of the body, but you do you. So if it feels better to open up into a T or open up your arms above your head, just notice what that feels like. Resting down. Resting in. And then sensing your breathing body. Sensing this body undulating with breath. And sense the presence of the goddess arrive. So it may be in the form of light. It may be in the form of an image of the goddess Durga. Dark hair, red robes. It could be another guru or teacher or god. So it just depends what resonates with you. Just call that image in, that image of goodness. Let it come. And let this being be with you. And just by being with you, feel your body beginning to absorb their light. And feel the light transferring from their body of light into your body. And any dense or dark places begin to radiate with a beautiful brightness, a glow, a radiance. And maybe there's parts of the body that have been injured or needed a little bit of attention. Maybe it's the energy field, mind, be lots and lots of different areas. All at the same time, they begin to glow. Until both you and this being are pulsating and radiating with healing light. Healing light embedding itself underneath your fingernails, your thumbnails. Healing light pouring into the necks of your fingers, the joints, thumbs, the hands, these healing hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arm, shoulders. And so your arms, hands and fingers become light, become the light. Awareness moving underneath your toenails, your big toes and all of the other toes. The tips and the necks of all of your toes. Receiving this healing radiance, this healing light into the soles and the tops of the feet. The bones of the feet, the heels, the ankles, the lower legs and the knees, thighs and the hips. And as you gaze into your own legs and your own arms, and you gaze into this being's arms and legs, both radiate, pulsating with magnificence. That light creeps into and around the pelvic girdle, sexual region, pubic bone, right the way through the buttocks and the hips, the groins, deep into the abdominal region, right through the intestine. Liver, the kidneys, pancreas, gallbladder, spleen, stomach, all the way up to that kidney region. Internal abdominal organs receiving healing light, radiating healing light, and everywhere in between is spacious. Feel the spaciousness in your belly. Sense the abdominal muscles, the wall, the lower back, the mid back, the side waists. Whole region glowing. The chest, rib cage, upper back and all the organs in between, the lungs, the heart. Sense the thymus gland in the upper chest. Whole chest, whole back, glowing. Up through the throat now, the neck, words coming with ease. Words alight with goldenness, pouring up into the brain, into the back of the head, the top of the head, the forehead, the right side of the head, including the ear and the temple, and the left side, ear and temple. Eyebrow center. Right eye, eyelid, eyebrow. Left eye, eyelid, eyebrow. Nose tip. Nostrils together. Lips together. Inside the mouth. Tongue. Teeth. Gums. Gliding the awareness right down the throat and into the heart. Lying here like a little seed to be planted.
Ready for the incoming radiance. Ready to receive the light. Breathe in. I breathe out. That is all.
Shanti. Shanti. Begin to deepen your breath. Maybe wriggle your fingertips and your toe tips. Stretch. When you feel ready, begin to kind of gather in and roll to one side. And just pause there and take 3 breaths, 1 for each of your wishes. Nice and slow. And when you've done that, rise up. Rise up and sit well. And let your aspirations sit boldly within you. Bring the palms towards the heart. Inhale. Take an expanded half breath. Inhale, open your arms out wide to the corners of the universe. Feel the encouragement of this new moon energy as you gather in. Exhale. 2 more just like that. Inhale wide and broad. Let it all come in. 1 more. Exhaling all into your heart. Let the hands rest somewhere comfortably around the heart region, in Anjali Mudra. And let's bow in reverence to all of it, whether we understand it or not, in reverence to our 3 new moon hopes, wishes, and dreams. And let's take a moment here to pray for all beings everywhere. May all beings everywhere be safe and happy and healthy and at ease. Amen and Namaste. So I have got a quote to finish with from Hurka Avot, who I do not know who this person is. To attend to the moment is to attend to eternity. To attend to the part is to attend to the whole. And to attend to reality is to live constructively. To attend to the moment is to attend to eternity. To attend to the part is to attend to the whole. To attend to reality is to live constructively. And maybe a note to kind of part on is something that's come up for me recently is noticing my tendency to want to solve every problem in every moment, to control everything. And something that came through in my meditation the other day was, this moment is not a problem to be solved. This moment is one to be lived. And just as a practice, you know, playing with that idea. I remember years and years ago, Jill gave me some advice when I was dealing with a friendship that was kind of crumbling, and she said, treat it as a little bit of a game. And so with our minds, you know we have this tendency, we're little problem-solving machines all of the time, pulling back and noticing the tendency. And just kind of questioning, do I have to solve all this right now? Or could I just sit with it and let the universe do all that work? Because the universe does have a way. If we don't enter into it, the universe does have a way of sorting things out. I've seen it too many times. I do trust that. Anyway, go now, I'll forever hold your peace.
Thank you.
You might get trapped in here with me. Have a nice day, everyone.
Yeah. Next week's our last lesson.
It is our last lesson. Thanks for reminding me, Michelle.
Isn't it?
I am astounded at how quickly this block has gone. And for most of us, we'll do on really. I have to check the dates on the website to make
I keep
sure.
seeing it coming up. No, it can't be.
I know. I'm like that too. I had to check the website to go, is this true? Is this correct? And it is correct. You are right.
Yeah. So did you say this or next week?
Next week is our last week.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have the full crew back, and we'll have to do a downward dog next week because Margaret will be here. Bye, Michelle.
Why should I? Read that and get your drink off. Yeah, you too. How you doing? All right? Yeah. Yes, she had one like that too.
Thank you.